Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are we all going today? So, feels like I haven't spoken to you guys for a while. So I've been running around, been in and out of the doctors today, getting a few checkups and doing what you have to do to always keep your body in finely in tune. So I hope everyone is feeling fantastic today, as it obviously, Thursday, it's getting towards the end of the week, and for me, every day is every day. It doesn't matter when it is or what's going on. Fida, my sister, how are you? Kendra, I was going to say you're not Filipino, not at all. My American sister, how are you with that burgundy hair? So good to have the ladies on. So I got a few messages today and yesterday. I'm feeling awesome. I'm loving it. Feeling the energy through them. And I got some messages today, and a lot of people I've obviously seen a lot of their friends that have come to the retreats, that have come to I've obviously been at our services and seen the people come back, and there's been these massive transformations. And it's fantastic, because that's what it's about. When they see, their friends or an acquaintance or someone that's, obviously going through some challenges or whatever it might be, and then they see them, they've come back with that, with the improvement, with the growth. That's what it's about, and that's what fills my heart with warmth, yeah? Because, you can talk about, I want to change. You can talk about, well, I'm going to do this. You can, maybe, and I'll see, I don't know. But at the end of the day, when you know someone, has been through a really dark place, and when you see them come through the end of it, that speaks for itself, and the results obviously speaks for itself, and energy doesn't lie. And I have to really put out massive love, and of course appreciation, but massive love to to the team, to my team, the family, which a lot of the people are on there, and the support as well. Thank you, Kendra, for the support last week. And we're basically strangers. Thank you for the love and support. Fida for always being there as my sister, and the rest of it, I greatly appreciate it. And more importantly, everyone that is working, to be the best version of themselves. It's been absolutely fantastic. And to see the team really coming together, to see the team really, flourishing and wanting to be the best version of themselves, and then as a collective, as a side effect, everyone is coming together as an amazing collective, yeah? And it's really starting to get sexy. As I started this organization, environment, team, whatever you want to call it, all those years ago, my biggest thing was to create a team of superheroes, yeah? And it was exactly like, the Avengers, to have all these people come together. Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk, and whatever other lady character there is, Catwoman. And I wanted people to be able to come and stand in their power, and to be able to obviously represent themselves and a collective, because there's nothing else out there. Scott Blackmore, inspirational. Hey, how you going, bro? And you see all these single people, like these amazing, obviously people that are doing some great things, but there's only just one person doing it. I want a team of people that are doing it, because, obviously I will only attract a certain, a certain crowd. Then, obviously the different ladies, the different men, and and imagine having 7 people up on stage, and imagine the diversity of the people that you can reach, the people that you'll connect with. And it would be massive. It would be huge. Imagine standing up, in the MCG in front of 50,000 people. It would just be absolutely fantastic. So a lot of people are asking me, how and why are we saving and supporting so many lives? And the way we're doing it is, firstly, we've saved and supported our own lives. Yeah. We've all been through journeys. We've all been through hell and back. We've all, and constantly beating, going through the bush and constantly getting through life's challenges, and, going down, falling down the mountain, going back up the mountain. So a lot of that stuff is, it's trial. A lot of it is trial and error. A lot of it is, perseverance. A lot of it is consistency. And a lot of it is just learning and keep staying hungry and having the right energy around us. So how we are saving lives, that we are giving people hope again, and we're allowing people to reprogram their mind, to get rid of the conditioning from the past, and to be able to bring in the greatness into where they are now and where they're going, to give people hope in their hearts that they can do this, to give people an understanding that they do deserve better, to give people a path, to give people the support, to give people, hey, look, I've been there, I've done that, you know, just let me lead you to a better way. And I'm excited about it because, you know, I was actually talking to a really good friend of mine who's a private client as well, and he says to me, you know, he says, well, it's so great that, you know, I know what you're doing and the rest of it. And I said, you know why I do what I do? Because when I was going through my dark time, I didn't have anyone that was doing what I was doing. I didn't have anyone supporting. Matty G, good to have you on, man. Yo, how you going, bro? You know, I didn't have anyone like that man, Matty G, there to support me. I didn't. And, you know, and I attempted to take my life 3 times. You know, I had my beautiful family where I just come back from there. I had my, you know, my support, my sister, my auntie and uncles, but everyone else basically left. You know, I didn't have anyone else around. So that's why I have made it in my purpose and my passion to be able to lead people and to be able to be there for others, to say, hey, there is another way. You don't need to be going through this. You don't need to be listening to society. You don't need to be fitting in an image. You don't need to be doing, you know, whatever you're doing. You need to do what makes you happy. You need to do what fills you up. And in the long run, the right people will you know, be around you. So what I've created now with men and women is amazing, because no one can ever be me. No one can ever be Maddie. No one can ever be Fida. They can't be the Natalies. They can't be the Jaboas. They can't be, you know, the Ilanas. They can't be the Elainis. They can't be all of our team. And that's why I truly believe we have a team of superheroes. You know, we've got people that, you know, like who we've got on there. You know, Elaine's beaten breast cancer. Maddie's, you know, gone through hell and back with his own story. You know, Fida as well, got 5 children. She's gone, you know, she's keeping the whole family together. And there's just so many stories. And it's not, well, oh, did you read a book or textbook warrior? Yes, that sharpens up your skills, but it's all because we have been through it ourselves. And the way we've got getting through it is getting smarter. You know, we're bringing in better coaches. We're bringing in higher class people. We're bringing in people that actually support one another and love each other. And Matty goes, your Thor. All right, everyone goes, I'll be the Hulk. I think because it's my buffet. And my biggest vision, guys, and I want to share this with you all, and if you've been in part of around my team before, you'd know this, is to have a team, you know, of what, 5 to 10 people, men and women, standing up on a stage doing what Tony Robbins does, but times 10. You know what I mean? Like, Tony Robbins is one big dude. Imagine having 10 separate people that could, you know, be separating. Imagine that, you know what I'm saying? Because with Tony Robbins, yes, it's the diversity, but, you know, some people are going to be more attracted to me or Matt or one of the ladies and so on and so forth. And that is amazing, because you're going to be able to have more of an outstretched reach and a capability and an alignment to so many more people, because you have so many more people that are leaders creating leaders to lead others. And I just think it will be absolutely amazing, because firstly, no one else is doing it. Not that because we want to be the first people that are doing it. It's all got to do, if Fida goes on Wonder Woman, there you go. I know a few of the girls will be arm wrestling you for that one. So, and that's what it's about, to be able to bring love, to be able to bring you know, respect back into people's lives, to be able to bring harmony and the rest of that. Because, you know what, we're working with people that have, you know, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, basically it just hit rock bottom. You know, we've got people that are, you know, doing a 9 to 5, they're just rocking it, they're going good, but they need a little bit of a pick-me-up. You know, we're working with big CEOs, multimillionaires, you know, I'm working with sports celebrities and so on and so forth. So the diversity of who we're working with is absolutely huge, which obviously is a gift to me and the team, because you're learning so much from everyone and anyone. And it's really been exciting, because the thing is, you know, the results that we're getting with people has just been second to none. And the other thing as well, it's great that you're seeing people, you know, people need this. And look, it's not great that people need this, but, you know, it's actually moving forward. John Pike, how are you, superstar? You know, you've always been on the journey from day dot, man. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, you know, and it comes down to a point when, you know, when push comes to shove, you just need to be there for people. You need to say, hey, look, we're not here to judge. We're here to say, look, we've got the support. You know what I mean? We'll throw the life raft. Let's drop opinions. Let's drop, you know, whatever it needs to be. And we're here to create a better understanding of the world, a better understanding of yourself. And more importantly, a better understanding within you, that you have more of a peaceful understanding of how you can grow. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter how many books you read, it doesn't matter how many live streams you watch, it doesn't matter how many seminars you go to, it doesn't matter how many anything or everything it is, if you do not have that switch inside of you, if you do not actually truly believe and connect with a feeling that's going to drive you, all of that stuff is a waste of time and money. Yeah? And the reason why we know this, because we've all been there. So part of the team have been there, yeah? They've been through either a retreat, they've been on the online program, they're doing one-on-one coaching, they've been through hell and back. And the reason why these people have saved their families, have made their families better, have stuck to the glue, have saved relationships, more importantly, saved themselves, and now are creating leaders to lead others, is because they were able to say, you know what, I need help. I'm going to do everything in my best ability to get the help, get where I need to go, but keep going. That's what everyone has done. They've gotten where they wanted to go, and then they keep going. And they've actually shocked themselves how far they've gone. You know what I mean? Like, I see unlimitless, infinite potential in all of you. That's when some people go, how did you know I was going to get a result? How did you know it was going to work for me? I said, it wasn't that I knew that it was going to work for you. You knew that it was going to work for you because you're the one that made the commitment to contact me. And they said, oh, but yeah, but I still didn't know. I said, no, you did. Otherwise you wouldn't contact me. But where you were falling is, am I going to be able to do the work to get the result? I know it's going to work, but I need to work, yeah? And they go, fuck, how do you know that? Well, I've been there. Do you know what I mean? And I always say in my talks, I always say in my presentations that I really bless, where I've been in my life. So pretty much where I fucked up and where I've bounced back from, because that gives me experience, that gives me congruency about, where I've been and how I'm going to get there, and then where we're going from that. So, a lot of people say, so, why do you actually want to help people, Lee? Probably a lot of people probably don't want to help you. They don't want to help themselves. Of course, people want to help other people. That is their pain. That's saying they don't want to help themselves or don't want to help you. That's their ego. And that's just basically, people get into that energy that is really clouding them from their pure being. It's really clouding them from who they truly are. But deep down, the human spirit wants to be complete. The human spirit wants to be in love. The human spirit wants to succeed. The human spirit wants to give. And the human spirit wants to share love. And that's just the bottom. That's how we are. That's how we're made up of. We're not humans, yeah? We are spiritual beings experiencing a human experience. Don't get it mixed up. Don't do yourself that disjustice. So people, a lot of people say, okay, Lee, so what's next for you guys? I see you sort of popping in here and there and doing a bit of this and the retreats and workshops and that. It is, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to be the #1 transformational space in Australia. Not because it's a title or anything like that. It's just because we want to be able to say, well, you know what? We have the most W's on the board, meaning the lives saved. We have the most, people that we've supported and done it in a way that they can go off and then they can save other lives. Yeah, they can save their families and so on and so forth. And that's my dream. I know it's the dream of a lot of other people that are coming through, and it's actually magical because, this day and age, there's not really many humans that are, helping other humans, yeah? There's a lot of people taking, there's a lot of wars, there's a lot of bashings, there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of that. But other humans that are giving back to other humans, and, sometimes strangers, and then, everyone becomes family, it's actually a very unique and special place. And it just, where this all comes down from people, it is, if you want to be a change, just got to get away from this car. If you want to be a change in the world, if you want to see change, you need to be the change, yeah? And then you need to be that change in every other human that you want to influence. Otherwise, you're not going to get any result. And that's basically what it is, that you need to firstly be that energy, you need to be that representation, you need to be that identity, and then you start to create that in other people. And then once you start to create that in other people, the amazing thing about that is they go off and customize those teachings and rock it their own way, yeah? They don't need to always, they don't need to be customized, they don't need to copy you or the rest of it. As long as they're doing their own thing, excuse me, this chewy's making me all gassy. And as long as people are happy, as long as people are moving forward, then, then they're going to be growing. and now I'm stuck behind this car. So the way we support people is, you know, we put people in an accountability. We put people in, you know, in a place where they can flourish. And I always say, you know, you come and plant your seed in our environment, and we'll constantly water your seed. Natalie, how are you, sister? How you doing? I'm glad that you liked that that post and that article I gave. It had some really good information in there. And the amazing thing is that I learn, and you know, everyone learns so much. Can we get around from these guys? I learn so much from every individual that it's actually a blessing, because you know, you're working with all these amazing human beings. Everyone is so different, everyone is so unique, and everyone is just so gifted. Maybe they don't believe that, but they will. That you turn on, you know, you turn on the game, you turn on the afterburners to, you know, to adapt, to grow, to be a part of it, you know. And it's really special because that, you know, when every time you have a coaching call and people share their stories, every time you're in front of these people, every time, you know, you're around them or see them grow by doing something which they don't do, it's beautiful. Like, I think you parents would most likely feel like that. You know, I'm not a parent yet, I can't wait to be one, but I think and really believe that when you see like your kid, you know, flourish, they've learned something, they've learned how to ride the bike or speak or do their own thing and tie their own shoelace or whatever it might be, win a game at sport, that you know, it really it does, it brings a tear to your eye, and that's what we're doing here. And you know, it's taken a few years to finally tune it. It's taken a few years to get the right mix of people and the belief system and have the right vibration, but you know, we're really getting there. And I'm really blessed to have you all in my environment, and I'm blessed to be in your environment. And I'm just, you know, the thing that really brings a tear to my eye and really brings warmth to my heart is that how you guys show up and you want to do better. Because I know life's hard and you can easily take your foot off the accelerator. You can easily give up. You can easily say, you know what, that person's right, I'm this. And you can easily just say, you know what, I've had enough of it, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to live an average life. And I know that you've got that same fight as I had, but in a different way. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I deserve better, and I'm going to make sure I get better. You know, and that's what I want you all to do as well. If there's something in you guys that, you know, you can all be able to dig deep and be able to grab down, dig deep, find that, you know, burning desire to say that I deserve better and I will get them. And, you know, in life, people, you know, success, growth, relationships, marriages, families, it doesn't need to be hard. It does not need to be hard. A lot of people are getting this really wrong, yeah? And Ellie goes, yes, seeing so many empowering themselves, move through the change is a blessing to be a part of, and it absolutely is. You know, I know sometimes I take it for granted that, you know, being around the beautiful, like obviously this year has been massive. You know, bringing in the ladies as well brought a huge difference into the organization. You know, ladies, I really take my hat off to you. You bring in, you know, you hold the place together like glue. Obviously there's mothers, you know, daughters, the rest of it, but a lot of, you know, the ladies bringing in that feminine energy and the right, you know, and the right masculine energy from a lady as well. And that's just been, you know, it's been second to none. It's been fantastic. So, you know, I'm blessed that I made the choice to have, you know, Beauties and the Beast. You know, my biggest limiting belief was, oh, you know what, how could I lead ladies? I've never been a lady. So, but, you know, lead to a perspective of, you know, I'm going to give you that advice. I'm not going to say, well, ladies, you know, I know how you're feeling and whatnot. Just driving back in peak traffic, so I just have to be careful. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So what I want to say to people as well, you know, if you're someone that feels like you're just going around in circles, you're not achieving your big goals, you're not achieving your small goals, if you're someone that feels like you're battling in your mind, that, you know, you 1 minute you start, 1 minute you stop, you feel happy, then you feel down, low energy, high energy, or you might feel flat all the time, or you maybe just truly believe that you don't, you know, that you don't have what it takes to be the exceptional version of yourself, or you're allowing things to affect you, or whatever it could be that is allowing you or holding you back, or you're allowing it to hold you back from being anything but exceptional, then you need to get in contact with us, because through the thousands of people that have come in over the years, we've really started to not master, but we've really started to fine-tune our art of being able to bring out the best in others. And that's just because you're getting more and more people that are doing what they're doing, and they're bringing out the best in themselves, so we're learning from that. And that's what's special, that we've got all different races, all different religions, all different sizes, all different, you know, a few aliens and, you know, whatever, you know, a few humans. I think there's a couple in there. And the really cool thing about that is that when you see these humans come in and they shine and they break through the barriers, they knock down the walls, they climb the mountains, that you learn from it, yeah? And you can't take that for granted, because that is human evolution. That is the world and the human and that individual saying, you know what, I'm fucking waking up. I'm here and I'm awake. And if you can be awake and someone else be awake and that person else be awake, we're going to be having, and what we are having, a crisis of humans are awakening. We are awakening to our power, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That is it. And we're not, you know, so, and that's what it's about, that other people are starting to awake, and it is fucking magical. That I have seen other coaches feel threatened by other people awakening, or other strong characters, yeah? And I tell you what, there's not many coaches that I can have a conversation with, or even, you know, maybe even do anything with, because they feel threatened, because you're going to overpower them, you're going to take the spotlight from them, which is really sad. Because what I absolutely love is that, you know, being a part of what we're doing and how we're all growing, is to see other strong people grow, go through diversity, come back from rehab, come back from drugs and alcohol, come back from abuse, come back from anything, and then come back into the light. It is a gift. And if people aren't honoring that gift, then they aren't honoring themselves, and they shouldn't be up there being a person of influence, yeah? They should be a follower, not a leader. Because in my books, people, that is not a leader. So, and it's absolutely, you know, just to see people grow, it really does. I get emotional, because, to be honest with you, you know, I lost a lot of hope in humanity, because you see people walking around in pain. You're seeing people walking around in hating their lives and just giving into that. You're seeing people taking out pain in others and just, oh, you know, rah, rah, rah. And, you know, in Melbourne, I don't know what it is, but once I drive out to the burbs, you know, the north part of Melbourne, I don't know why people are more aggressive, and they're angry, and there's the more road rage, and you see people, you see them across the street, they want to fight. And I don't know what that is. I'm not saying that back in the city where I live there's more money. Maybe that is it, but it's just a completely shift of energy. And I'd love to go in there in the communities and really do some talks and open their mind and awareness that, you know, having big muscles and the rest of it, it's good to have muscles, but you want to have something in your head. You know what I mean? You want to be able to have muscles for health, and, you know, obviously, you know, whatever your reasons are. But you also want to have muscles in here, and that's called your heart. That's called that you don't need to. I always say this, yeah? Confidence is loud, insecurities is loud, and confidence is quiet, yeah? Or conviction is quiet. And that's because if people haven't found themselves, if people aren't comfortable with themselves, what are they going to do? They're going to have to prove themselves on other people. They will be insecure. If you know about yourself, you are calm. You do not need to prove yourself. You are collected, and you are comfortable within yourself, and you will make everyone else feel comfortable as a return. That you see these people that, you know, they put so much outweighs energy, and inside is broken, and it just doesn't work, yeah? You know, you see these girls keep getting all this fake stuff and the rest of it because, oh, I want to feel pretty and the rest of it, but you're like, hold on, do you really feel pretty? When's enough going to be enough? It's never going to stop, yeah? So, if you know someone that needs the support, if you know someone that is functioning anywhere but, you know, below their amazing potential, which is probably most humans, you know, if you know someone that can really, you know, lend a hand in understanding how great everybody is, because you know what's really sad, people? That other people have been conditioned that their individuality, so them who they are, is a limitation. That you being your uniqueness is actually a gift. It's a godsend. but society, the conditioning, so on and so forth, that people are going, oh, what have I got to give back? I'm not going to be successful, or am I going to get the part of my life? Of course you're not, if you're not believing that you're great. If you keep putting out that energy, that shit scattered, angry, low vibrational energy, that's what you're going to attract, because this is it. And I want you to remember this. What you're seeing on the outside of yourself, and in the outside, is a reflection of your inner world. Yeah? And then people do not want to go in and they go, oh, I want to change my world, but they're still broken inside, so they're going to obviously still get a broken reflection. That they're not willing to do the inner work, which is actually the outer world, and to get the result that they want. It's a simple philosophy that you can't expect greatness if you do not have greatness in you. You can't expect love if you don't have love in you. You can't expect success if you don't have success in you. That's exactly what it's about. That people think, oh, it's just going to appear. No, it isn't going to appear, people. You need to create that magic. You need to create that harmony. You need to create that love. You need to create the success. You need to create the change within, and then you'll see it, obviously, without. Yeah? So, one thing I want to say, we all know, or actually we don't really know, but there's always someone that's close by that's probably taken their life. Yeah? Maybe a friend, it could be a close family member or whatever. And it doesn't need to be that way. It does not need to be that way. We can come together as brothers and sisters and understand that drop the ego, drop the conditioning, drop the racism, drop whatever religion and color and whatever you are, and we can come together and start empowering people that need the empowering, because guess what? We don't know if there's a tomorrow, do we? We don't know if there is, our life could be snatched from under us. I don't know if I can have a car accident, someone just pulls out in front of me right now. You just don't know. But what I do know, that how people are functioning is way below their potential, is way below what they could be or where they could be in life, yeah? And the scary thing about that, just got to get away from these cars. The truck was going everywhere, so I had to move out of the way. And the scary thing about that is, the reason why people fall into conformity, because they go, oh, everyone else is conformity, everyone else is in pain, everyone else is, struggling, so I might just struggle because everyone else is doing it. Well, do you want everyone else's results? Do you want to be a follower, or do you want to be a fucking leader? That's up to you. Oh, that person's this and they're doing that, and it's okay, and I'll compare myself to them. So cool, let's just compare ourselves to people that are lost. Let's compare ourselves to people that are in pain. How are we going to ever rise? How are we ever going to become these exceptional leaders if we're comparing ourselves to people that they need someone to rise? They need someone, your family needs you to rise. Your partners need you to rise. You know what I'm saying, people? And that's what I talk about when we have a movement. The uprising has begun. It is because people are starting to believe in themselves and believe in what we're doing, saying enough is enough. It's time to wake up. It's time to give back, yeah? And that's how we are saving lives and why we're supporting people. Because, I'll be very honest with you now, through the process, it's been a very good learning lesson, yeah? I know that I haven't been the best leader I could have and made some wrong choices and said some wrong things. Hey, we're human. But as long as I can put my hand up and say, geez, you know what, I can learn from that. Because if you go, no, I haven't done nothing wrong, you know what, I'm fucking spot on, I'm a superstar, whatever, then that's going to end at doom and gloom, yeah? And that's why through the process of growing, through the process of being humble and understanding that change and how can you change and why do you need to change for people, that is how you become a great leader, yeah? That is how you become a person of influence, being vulnerable and understanding when you need to change and why you need to change. And the reason why I say this, people, that for every circumstance in life, for every challenge, for every breakthrough, through every, situation, there's something to learn from. And if you're not awake to learn from it, then you might as well be dead, yeah? And that's simple. If you're not in the right frame of mind to be able to learn through what you're going through and so on and so forth, and Natalie goes, you need to be able to show up in all areas of life as your best version of you. Exactly. you know, and some days are going to be strong, some days are going to be not, some days are going to flow high, some days are not. Yeah, so you just need to keep showing up. You need to just keep, you know, having a routine, understanding, being around the right people. And this is what it is, yeah. There's no point of you working on yourself, putting in effort, you know, protecting your mind, doing all that stuff, if you're going to an environment where people are going to force you, and people are going to be, you know, in negative energy. They're going to be in toxic energy. And here you are standing guards at your door of your mind, and you've got people that are negative, people that are judgmental, people that want to bitch, toxic, and the rest of that. And here you are. It's basically, you know, you know what you've done in your brain? You've just steam cleaned your brain, yeah? Your brain is computer beautiful. You've steam cleaned it, nice white carpet, polished floors. Someone with toxic, it's just been through the mud, been through shit, walk on your white carpet with their muddy feet and wipe their feet on your, and that's your subconscious. It's the exact same thing. When they start to talk that negativity, it starts to unwind your neuroplasticity. It unwinds all the good work. It unwinds all habit. It unwinds all the sustainable change. And it's exactly what happens. And you see people, you know, and the reason why they stay in that, because they get addicted to the pain. They get addicted to, you know, the bitchiness. They get addicted to, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's, you know, I'm hating my life, so let's just bag someone else out so we feel better about ourselves. So, you know, the choice is really yours at the end of the day, people. You really need to understand, you know, where you want to be and how you're going to get there. Your tribe is powerful. Need to choose wisely for you to grow. No place for toxic people and relationships. Exactly. And look, as you grow, you learn to adapt to people more, and people learn to adapt to you, and you know, and everyone starts to grow, and the rest of it, you know, it's not going to be rainbows and roses always at the start, because, you know, humans or our energy source is quite different, so it will take time to adjust. But as long as you're coming from your heart, as long as you're not in your head always, and you're coming from a heart space, you can adapt, you can readjust, and you can be that person that, you know, where you want to go and how you're going to get there. You're in a place of growth. You're in a place of acceptance. You're in a place of understanding people that, okay, you know what, we're not perfect. We're on a journey. Let's stick together and we'll get to that journey together. And that's exactly, you know, what we are here at Team Beast Mode International and Beauties and the Beast. It is with loyalty, respect, honor, trust, and family. Yeah? And that's how we keep rocking it. Sean, how are you, man? Keep it up, bro. So many following you. Oh, awesome. Why don't we say, instead of following me, why don't we say leading? So many people are leading themselves alongside of me. Yeah, that's I would prefer that. You know, and it's not. You know, the thing is, people say, oh, how many whatever you get, yeah, whatever it is, followers, how many likes, how many. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with how many people that you know that you've created into a better human, yeah? Ante, how are you, bro? How are you? I know I've said this probably 4 times. We need to catch up soon, man. I'm going to be in the city tomorrow at the Crown, catching up with the boys from New Zealand. They're back over here. It'll be really good. It'll be really good to catch up with you as well around then. I think around 3 o'clock I'm going to have a bit of a meeting with everyone. Melbourne crowd. Look at this. It's chockers. So I just wanted to send out a message of strength. You know, I always want to send out love to everyone, and you know, I'm that type of person. You know how I roll. If someone, not that, you know, it's an eye for an eye, but if someone puts out that shit energy, you're going to be a reflection of it. So if someone acts like a dickhead, you end up telling them that they're a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just not because it's been bullying and the rest of it. And it's just sometimes people, you know, they need to understand that. Well, hold on, you kick a dog. And you kick a dog, eventually the dog's going to bite you, you know? And that's exactly how I learnt my lesson. So, if this person lets me in, that would be great. I don't think they are. That's alright, I can do a Yui up the back there. So, I want everyone to have a great day. I want everyone to really, you know, put out that energy, put out that love, put out the appreciation for yourself or one another. And more importantly, really just keep working on yourself to a perspective that you know that you're happy, that you're fulfilled, that you're harmonious. And once you can be that people and you don't need to prove yourself to anyone else, you're really going to start to find, that energy, and you really start to find you're going to be gravitating to the right people, yeah? Because what happens is, if you become off your line, so if you get off your line and be anyone that you're not, you're going to attract people that aren't you, yeah? Because you are being you. It's simple in a relationship. If you come from the wrong energy because you think that's the right way, you think that person wants it, or you've been told, or that person will only like me if I'm like this, you're going to be having a broken reflection with broken results, broken memories, broken moments, and at the end of that you'll be broken because it simply starts from you. It's the ripple effect. If you have the wrong ripple effect from the start to the finish, you're not going to get your desired outcome, yeah? So what I say, people, I want you to reach out if you're someone that wants and needs that, that kick in the bum, that wants that, that you deserve more and you can have more. I want you all to be able to, be someone that you feel comfortable with, not because the world does or someone else tells you, you should be like this or you should be like that. And the other important thing that I want you all to remember about as well, is this saying you can't turn right here? What's going on? Whoop. But the other important thing that I want everyone to remember about as well, that it's okay to reach out. Yeah, it's okay to say, look, a lot of people go, look, I'm not going to reach out because it's weak, or I'm not going to reach out because I've got my shit sorted, or Lee or the team or anyone will judge me. I'm a big person, I can get it done. Yeah, we all know that we're all fantastic and great, but we all need help. I always reach out. I've got my coaches, I've got my, mentors and the rest of it. I prefer to get the result done and get the help instead of sitting there in pain, because again, you just don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow, guys. Okay, so have an amazing day. As I've been saying, as I've just been reminding myself and the team, you could be anywhere in the world right now, but you are here with me, Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth. Take care, guys.